What's up YouTube, Slade Trilson, and I'm coming at you for another deck profile. This time I'm going to be covering Dark Harpies, which is what I call them, but you can call them Dark Magician Harpies or Harpie Magicians. They're basically Harpies updated to the current format, but on top of that, they have a few moves in them that incorporates magicians, and I know everybody loves magicians and dark magicians, so that's like a really cool deck to be playing. And plus it adds to the Harpie engine because of the 7-star monster, so it's pretty cool. And I'm gonna demonstrate the move that it's basically one or two moves that you can do with that are magician related, but they're awesome and they're very some people like to say they could be OP in certain situations for sure. So I'm going to be covering that, and I'm going to go straight to the main deck. I'm going to try to make the deck profile as quick as possible so that when I demonstrate a few of the magician moves, you know, it's good. The first card I have here is Harpie Harpist, and she is one of the new Harpies. She came out recently in the last booster pack. The name kind of slipped my memory just now because there's so much stuff coming out that I forget. Harpie Harpist is a 4-star Harpie, and what she does is she is basically a compulse. So what happens is when she's summoned, she can send one of your monsters back to the hand, and she could send the opponent's monsters back to the hand. So that's like a really clutch effect. And on top of that, when she's sent to the graveyard that turn, you can add a Harpie monster with 1500 or less attack. It's a win monster back to your hand from the deck. So that's a good way to get Chandler off if you don't have her already. So, you know, because of that amazing effect, she's earned her place with 3 inside the new deck build. And anyone that knows, I have previously done a Harpie deck profile. It is my favorite deck to play. This is the first deck I made, and the fact that I was able to incorporate the magicians with them is awesome, you know, and I'm sure a lot of people are gonna be wanting to do it, and this is like a really cool deck profile. So next, of course, you have the magical Harpie Chandler. She is awesome. It's basically the heart of the deck. What she does is, well, everyone should know what she does by now, but after this, I'm going to stop explaining because, you know, want to keep the deck profile short. But she basically can let you discard a Harpie and then summon another one. Basically, you could bring Harpie's pet dragon out, and that way she acts as a level 7 when there's another level 7 on the field. I believe, yeah, control a dragon monster, this card becomes a level 7. Yeah, so Harpie's pet dragon. So basically what happens is you can go into a rank 7 immediately. That's kind of what got Harpies popping the way they are. So it's a pretty crazy effect. Then we have 3 Harpie Queen. This is my favorite Harpie card in general. I just really like that she has a pretty high attack and a neat effect. So yeah, she's pretty awesome. Next we have 2 Harpie Lady 1. Some people prefer to run Cyber Harpie Lady, but due to Harpie Lady 1's effect, I've always been a fan of Harpie Lady 1. She boosts all the other Harpie Ladies on the field. So all win monsters gain 300 attack, you know, it's a clutch effect. And I prefer that over Cyber Harpie Lady. Then we have Harpie Dancer. You know, she's awesome. She sends herself back to the hand, and she's pretty useful. She can send herself back to the hand, or she can send another one of your Harpies if you don't want them to get destroyed, if you feel like you're in a predicament. So that helps, and it sets off the field spell nicely. That's it for the main Harpies lineup. Then we have 2 Harpies Pet Dragon. This is I used to run it at 1, but with the new Magicians build, certainly 2 of these is the way to go. Sometimes you want to go into another rank 7, so you don't want to limit yourself to just 1. And we have 1 Dark Magician. This is it's just so cool to even see him in the deck, knowing you're gonna have him out at some point. So you could run him at 2, which would mean you run the new rank 7 Magician at 2 as well. Right now I'm just using that at 1 because I want to stay consistent with my Harpies. But if you really like the Magician flow, you can up both of them to 2 and take something out. So I'm gonna leave him right there because he's cool, you know. Alright, so that's that. Then I have one effect Veiler, just cause, you know, monster effects are always gonna be a thing. So one Summoner Monk, very crucial to the Harpie build because of a few key plays that you can do with him. Zephyros, always been a clutch player with the Harpies, always will be. So that's it for the monster lineup. Gonna just leave them here. Okay, now going on to the magic cards. We are going to be running 3 of the MVP Hysteric Sign. If you don't know, it gets Elegant Egotist to your hand, and when this card is sent to the graveyard, at the end of that turn, you get to get 3 Harpies with different names to your hand. So it's like just the craziest power boost. Next we got, don't mind my hairy arm. Next we got 3 Harpies Hunting Ground. You know, it pops back row very efficiently, and it can be used to pop your Hunting Ground because the popping is a mandatory effect. So it basically clears back row. You know, when people play this deck, they kind of know they either have to rush into their back row, they can't like wait it out the way they'd want to, or they just don't play it. Majority of the time people see me playing Harpies, they just they take it easy with the magic and traps, and that's cool because you get to just play with the peace of mind. So that's always good. One Elegant Egotist. If Hysteric Sign didn't exist, then you would be running this at 3. But this card, Hysteric Sign always brings it back from wherever it is. Play Hysteric Sign, you always get this to your hand. So it's very awesome. And sometimes if you have this and Hysteric Sign in your hand, you can really go off. Like with this specific Magician's build, I have OTK'd people. It's so easy with this deck, and it's pretty insane too. So those are like the Harpie related magic cards. Then we're gonna be running the OP2 Dark Hole. You know, with the decks these days, you know, like even with this deck, you see in one turn you can go from 1 to 2, 3, 4 monsters. So Dark Hole is just crucial in any deck nowadays, and yep, it's gotta have it. Raigeki, just cause it's legal, so why not do that? I run one Lance. I've always been a fan of it. It always seems to help me in situations. So one MST, just in case, you know, I don't know, it's just there. It's just a habit. I always have MST. So those are my spell cards. Gonna go into the traps. 3 Hysteric Party. I still run this at 3. I still think it's an incredible card, and it could put you in a power position really quick. So it is basically a Call of the Haunted, but with all your Harpies. So that's a powerful asset to have. Then we have 1 Mirror Force, 1 Torrential, 1 D Prison. You know, these are like the staple 3. These 2, Icarus Attack and Phoenix Wind Blast. Really love these 2. They help Harpies out very much, and you could just see why, you know, if you just pause the video and read their effects. I'm just trying to make it quick. So, and plus, if you're looking in the Dark Harpies, there's a chance you already play Harpies and you're looking to upgrade them. So, you know, just letting you know. And last but not least, Magical Hats. This card is hilarious. It works for some reason, and it kind of goes with the Dark Magician flow even more. So it's kind of cool. Yep, that is my build of Dark Harpies. That's the main deck. I'm going to be going into my extra deck now. Here is the key player for these Dark Harpies, Ebon Illusion Magician. His effect is pretty crazy. I'm just gonna read it to you because I don't want to make any errors, so you could get a good idea, and then you can also, you know, pause it and read for yourself. So what happens is you can summon this card using a rank 6 spell type monster too. But the main thing is XYZ materials that attach to this monster become... Okay, that's still from the old effect. Sorry. Okay. Once per turn, you can detach one XYZ material from this card. Special summon one spellcaster type monster, normal monster, aka Dark Magician, from your hand or deck. So that's very powerful. When a spellcaster type normal monster declares an attack, you can target one card your opponent controls, banish it. You can use this effect once per turn. So basically, upon, um say if your opponent has two monsters on their side of the field and you want to get rid of both of them, you could declare an attack, banish the other monster you're not attacking, and then attack the one that you're stronger than, or whatever, you know. There's a few things you can do for it. So it's pretty clutch. I'm only at one of this right now, but I'm seriously considering going up to two and making the Harpie play more part of my regimen when I use this deck. So that's the first 7 that I'm running. I'm always gonna love Draco Sack. That's why I have him at 2 still. Might put him down to 1 and put the Ebon up to 2. But Draco Sack is still, you know, Draco Sack. Sure, it's gone down because of reprints, but I still think it's a great card. Running 1 Big Eye. Big Eye is great. 1 Master of Blades. You know, he's great too. So I have quite a few flavors when it comes to 7-star monsters. So, you know, you should have a variety, because you can always be in so many situations, and you just gotta think it out, you know. Sometimes take a second, look through your cards, your extra deck, see what's going down. That's it for the 7s. Of course, this deck clearly has so many MVPs. Lightning Chidori. This card is just, people hate it. Like, this is just that card that everyone hates. If you don't know, I will help you out there. This card is XYZ summon. Target one set card your opponent controls. Return that target to the bottom of the deck. Once per turn, you can attach one material from this card to target one face-up card your opponent controls. Return that target to the top of the deck. So, just by reading that, it's crazy. It's like a double compulse, basically. But it sends it back to the deck. It's really annoying when you're playing against it. I don't know, I've never played against it, but everyone always has that sound when it comes out, you know, like that. So that's pretty funny. Alright, so we're at 2 of that. I'm always and forever gonna have 2 101s in my extra deck. You know, I love this card. It's just crazy to me. Still to this day, it's crazy to me. So 1 Abyss Dwelly, you know, gotta have that. 1 Queen Dragon Jin. For this deck, it's wow. It's actually, with the Dark Harpies, it's actually really crazy. Let me let you guys read this too, just so you can, while watching this video, know the importance. Give me that zoom, baby. Okay. Dragon type monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle except Queen Dragon Jin. Once per turn, you can attach one XYZ material from this card to target 1 level 5 or higher dragon type monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target. It cannot attack this turn and its effects are negated. So basically, it's the perfect card if for some reason both your Harpie's pet dragons are in the graveyard, or you don't have one available at you in the moment, but you're ready for your Dark Magician play. You can just rank up into this and get it out. If, you know, there's been a few situations where I actually use this to bring it out, and then through that you go straight into Dark Magician, as long as you have Chandler out. And most often you will be in that position to have Chandler out, and yep. Diamond Direwolf, this basically just lets you pop one of your own cards, and sometimes when you're struggling and you don't have a hand, you can pop your own. Why I have it in this deck is you can pop your own Hysteric Sign, and through that get to 3 Harpies to your hand. So that is why I have that in there. Ragna Zero, it's like the best $2 card on the planet. I don't even know if it's gone up since back in the day, but best $2 card on the planet. Heartland Draco, this is just like that dagger card. Like, say if your opponent is putting up that hefty defense, but you got him down to 2,000, This is that dagger. This wins duels so often, and when people see this card and they know they're about to lose the duel because of it, oh man, they can't take it. So, definitely the card to get your opponents rattled up. And last but not least, Castel. This card is amazing. It's basically just like an improved 101 in my opinion. It's for any card instead of just special summoned, and it's very crucial. I'm just gonna go into my extra deck real quick. And before you judge me, I don't have all my pink sleeves, so I've just been struggling with this extra deck. It's pretty much a joke. I'm sorry. I haven't had time to go to my card shop before I decided to do this deck profile. I've just been shuffling in and out of sleeves. It's actually really annoying when I have to side. So sorry about that. Okay, we have 2 tokens for the Draco sack, and I changed it to Karibo tokens when I got the Magicians running, so I was just like, you know what, have the Karibos get that Yugi flow going. 2 DD Crow instead of Macrocosmos, and what's the other one? Dimensional Fissure, because those cards they banish every card going to the graveyard, and with DD Crow you get to kind of pick what card you banish from your opponent's graveyard, so that way you're not messing yourself up, but you get to mess up your opponents, because whenever your opponents have graveyard effects, it's usually 1 or 2 monsters, so siding this out if you're really getting problems usually should take care of it. 2 max C in case for some reason you feel like you're not seeing what you need to see enough. I've noticed that with this deck I haven't really needed. Maybe 1 max C. Depending on who you're playing, you just want to rush through everything. 2 card Ds. I have an extra Dancer just in case, another Summoner Monk just in case, another Dark Magician just in case, and I'm probably going to be throwing him in there because I just need to order another E-Bond, so once that's done, that's up to your personal preference. If you feel like you should do that, do that. An extra Alien Egotist, sometimes you could throw them in there. Another Lance. Duality, just so you have flavors for when it comes to draw power. Sometimes you don't want to have one or the other, throw it in. And a Fiendish, it's still a good card. That's it for my side deck. And once again, sorry for the colorful sleeves. I don't even want it on my thing. So yeah, that's it for the deck profile, guys. Thanks for watching. And since this video is already 17 minutes long, if you want to see combo videos, comment, just even one comment, someone wants to see it, I'll do it right away. So I'll post like a full 10-minute video just showing off some new Harpie combos and also some of the combos that go with the Dark Magician. So thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, and comment below, and let me know what you think of the deck. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching.